Started. Oh my goodness.
That's what it says.
Hi. We can't see our restream though.
No, you can't. I think I accidentally clicked the X on that.
Did you? Well,
it was for the chat, wasn't it?
yeah, it was
Perfect.
for the. Oh yeah, because you see, like down the bottom, there's like the tabs are along the bottom. Never mind. It's all good. If you decide that you're going to participate in chat, we'll respond to you after the live stream because we can't read it from here.
Yeah. I got mine open, so I'll keep I can keep an eye if somebody sends a chat. Send 200 stars to pin your comment.
Yeah. Okay, let me.
So I did share it. It did come up.
Okay, I'm doing it. Oh,
As soon as you hit the button.
live now. Ooh, bam.
Yeah, mine came up right immediately. So.
But I'm having difficulty as usual.
I'm gonna move this just a little bit closer.
So I can see mine, but
Perfect.
I can't.
Oh, back out. Click the back arrow on the bottom right. And then you should be able to. What'd you do?
Yeah. I'm sorry, folks. I am like phone challenged.
Let's go back here. Expand.
See, that's.
And then. Oh, there's the share arrow on the bottom left.
Man.
That little arrow, I believe, is share. Oh, that's. Yep, share, right post.
I can't see it.
It's right here. And then share now.
There you go.
Greg is sharing the video, and if you are all watching, you do the same.
All right.
Without further ado.
Yeah, you'll share.
Hello and welcome to Honorbound IT's weekly live stream with your hosts, Greg Fine and Keith Hoskin, and your bench reporter, Jennifer Hall.
Now it's the chair dance time. Extended version.
Oh, look at that. Somebody's decided to call us at live stream time. But they're not calling you.
We're calling the Honorbound store.
But you don't have it, do you?
Yeah, I'm going to reject it.
It says spam, right?
Well, it's at 76.
76.
I don't know what that area code is. It's important they'll call back later.
That's right. We will call them back.
Or we'll call you back.
Find out that it's spam because robocallers are not dead yet.
Yeah. Yeah, I do not like it when salespeople call on Fridays.
No, why would you call it English Friday?
Yeah, anyway.
It's like there's no point. Nobody's going to pay attention to what you're saying. Friday afternoon at 4 o'clock in the afternoon.
Yeah. So the live stream today is going to be very interesting. We have a lot to go over.
Yeah, we got a lot to go over, but hang out till the end because we have some like surprise meme of the week and cat pick. I didn't pick either one of them. But did my brother-in-law Terry do live stream or live? What am I talking about?
No, he sent his in just a tad bit too late, so we may have to get him in next week.
Yeah, we'll get him. But we did, Terry, we do appreciate that you send us your memes.
Keep sending those memes in, folks.
Keep sending them.
We need them.
Is it just my imagination, or is this like a
What's the extended version?
EP?
We give them the full chair
EP.
dance here. We do not play around.
Yep, that's right. That's right. So yeah, good week. Happy Friday.
Exactly.
To you. Yeah, cool week. Good week.
Yeah. Thank goodness it's Friday. We did have. I know you were extremely busy this week, and we'll.
Man, I've been busy for months. Yeah, we'll talk about that a little bit later.
I accidentally hit the cat.
Did you hit the cat?
The tablet slipped out of my hand there.
He's drunk. No, we're just playing.
Or are we? But no, we have a We have a
No, that was like a moment. Like, you ever watch like Planes, Trains, and Automobiles?
That's an old movie. I have
Yeah,
not seen it
like
for
John
a long
Candy.
time.
Yeah, it's like that was always the funniest part of the whole movie when they're driving like against traffic. It's, oh, he's drunk.
Good one.
Anyways,
Yeah, we got like you said, the meme coming up, and we'll talk about some of the
Yep.
stuff we did. We're gonna switch things up a little bit. This video is brought to you by Honorbound IT. And I'm gonna hit the ad button. Do you want home computer support for less than $1 a day? Sign up for the Residential Protection Plan. It's $297 per year for each computer. Get support from people you can trust. The Residential Protection Plan includes next generation antivirus, daily cloud backup, PC hardware monitoring, security patches and updates, and US-based remote support. Give us a call at 877-686-6642 and visit us online at honorboundit.com.
so folks, like, this is blooper week. We're full of bloopers, aren't we?
Nothing wrong with having a few bloopers.
No,
Bloop, bloop.
bloopers are fun, right?
Yeah. Maybe we'll have to go and extract all these bloopers and
Yep,
Make a
exactly.
highlight.
And just like kind of like put them all together. in one
blooper
video.
reel.
Yeah, that's what we're specializing in, isn't it?
Might as well. I mean,
Yeah, might as well. You can't be good at the rest of it. You must
No.
be good at bloopers.
yeah. It's like my brother always used to say, he said, be bad or be bad at it.
That's right. Be good at being bad.
Be good at being bad.
That's right. So yeah, we got the bench report today. Keith, you have like some exciting news.
Yeah. Well, you know, if you saw the ad, you know, talking about the residential protection plan, something we've been doing for a while, actually. You know, it's kind of
man,
it's kind of
it's been a few
evolved over
years, yeah.
time, but you know, we sold another protection plan this week. So,
Yep.
you
Yep.
know,
Well, and we've had a lot of renewals too.
yeah, actually,
A lot of people
I
that renew it because they buy it like by the year. So
yep, we had one renew that's been with you for several years.
Oh,
He was here
man.
before I started.
Yep. And it was really nice to visit with him.
Yeah.
And like we had a lot in common because I remember his uncle from years back.
Yeah.
Yep, years back. He's passed now, but yeah.
Yeah, but that was a good one. And then obviously another new enrollee on the protection plan. And, you know, one of the things that you get with the protection plan is whenever you bring your computer in here for service, you know, and she brought it in just for a data transfer. She had an old laptop, needed stuff moved to the new one. You know, absolutely, we'll do that for you.
Yep.
And, you know, actually, we can actually waive the cost of the service if you enroll in the protection plan because all in-store services are included.
That's right.
And so she was happy to do so. And she's like, oh, yeah, that's just not much more than what I was paying actually now. So, you know, our if you do the service standalone, it's quite a bit. If you add a little bit more, you get service for an entire year rather than just that one-off
Yep,
support.
that one touch. Yep. And you spent like what 45 minutes of an hour with her, just like assisting her to get familiarized with her brand new computer. She had an old computer that was not functioning very well. I don't know how well or if it even was functioning because I was busy doing my thing. But but I know that you spent a goodly amount of time making sure that everything was specifically to her liking.
Yep.
And she could find things where things were like her Quicken was working correctly, her Microsoft account was working correctly, and all of those creature comforts that, you know, when you move from one computer to another, it's like moving a house. You know, you just kind of have to get to learn your way around a little bit. And I think you did a great job of that. I was really proud of you.
Yeah, thank you. You know, and for her, she was going from Windows 10 to Windows 11.
Yep.
And it's
A little bit
not,
of
it's not a huge difference. And there are some things that look a little bit different. You know, if you got Windows 10, you'll notice on the taskbar, everything's kind of, you know, geared to the left with your start menu and your icons, things like that.
Mhm.
And Windows 11 puts everything right in the center. And so just showing her that and then just navigating through it. You know, and the big one for her was her pictures
Mhm.
because, and these are important for everybody who has pictures, especially these pictures because they were pictures of her, I think her grandmother or her mom's mom.
I think it was her mom.
or her mom. I mean,
I only half listened.
the pictures were black and white. I can tell you that.
Oh, well, then it could have been her mom's mom.
Yeah, I mean, but losing stuff like that you might not be able to get back is, sentimental value, and that's priceless,
Yep,
right?
Yep. There's
So-
no dollar amount that can be put on that.
Exactly. And so, and her goal, the time we spent together, you learn a little bit about people, and she's planning on taking all these pictures of her old family members and making a book for her siblings and the rest of her family. So they have just a little piece of memory. And so, not losing that and making sure that moved over.
Well,
was
and all her
important.
stuff is backed up now to the cloud. So, I mean, like the worst thing that happens, I mean, she bought a relatively inexpensive computer that, when you buy something that's inexpensive, you're really not sure what you're going to get. It was not that bad. I mean, it performed really well, but who knows for how long. But, just to have that extra peace of mind that, if something does go sideways, that your stuff, because that's really the most important stuff. Important thing is like that your data is there. The rest of it, computers are disposable these days for the most part.
Yeah, they
Hate to
don't.
say it, but
They don't last forever. And
No.
actually, Greg, that's a good segue into what we were going to talk about in the business report. Was when buying a computer, and we had one of our commercial clients call us, and they had a computer we had worked on a little bit. They had some things going on, and we ran some tests, ran some diagnostics, and the computer checked out okay. But one of the things we always do is look at like the warranty and the serial number just to check some things out. And we found out the computer was just over 5 years old.
Oh yeah. Okay. Yeah. I know this one.
And so, that's typically the time we start to see the performance drop in a lot of computers. Hardware starts to fail, just a little bit of things here and there go sideways. And so one of the things we want to talk about with you is some things to look for when you're buying a new computer. And I know you mentioned that, the customer that we helped with the protection plan, she bought just a really simple computer for what she needs.
Well, she only had basic needs.
Exactly.
So you're buying appropriately for what you need. Now, if you're commercial, completely different.
Yeah.
Like the situation you went through.
Yep. And we looked, kind of looked at what they were using. And because this is an office setting, they needed
Well, it was a small city.
they need a better computer. And, we sell computers to people that are typically going to be using them, 40 hours a week. They're working in office environments. They're using them for work. And, that's typically what we spec out for people. And Greg, you want to kind of let people know just a couple of the specs that they need to look for when they're getting a new computer?
Well, I think at the very minimum, you're going to want 8 gigs of RAM, and you're going to want a solid state drive and an i5 processor or greater. And typically, we don't sell any of the AMD because, quite frankly, I can't quantify like the performance of those types of devices. But we typically do that. But the better choice for you to make is to go to the i7. That's going to give you a little bit more performance, and then go to 16 gigs of RAM and a 512 gig hard disk. That's usually, I think that's getting to be more like the norm of things. And that would be for like really business, garden variety business use. And then if you're to be like somebody who wants to do like something a little bit more graphically intense, then you're going to want to have a video card that has enough RAM and has enough cojones to run the display the way that you expect it to. And we've actually learned the hard way, even with the machine that we have to like deliver this live stream, that, I tried to save a few bucks. I tried to hit that sweet spot, but I failed. I'm not perfect like anybody else human. We all make mistakes, and the machine just does not like to do anything but freeze.
Yeah. One of the things you say, and I know we didn't write this down, but we make mistakes, and people learn from mistakes, right?
That's right.
So why not learn from our mistakes and take advantage of our advice and our failures and things like that? And we say, no, we actually tried this. We know that these are some of the issues you're going to run into. And so, that's why we give the advice we do for buying a computers, because we know that, we've sold hundreds of these computers and they're using them in environments where they're working 40 hours a week, and we know what they're going to do, and for most of our customers, they're not really doing a lot of video editing. We do, and we do these live streams every week. So we know if you're looking for something that's just a little bit more advanced than just your standard work environment, we can kind of give you a little bit of advice. But because the clients we deal with are office clients mostly, we know what they're looking for and what they need.
Yeah, no, we have never sold anybody like somebody computer that does like the video stuff that we do. And to be honest, like the machine spec'd out right, for what we wanted to do, but the power supply is way too small for what we do. And I wouldn't have known better because until you crack the case, you really don't know.
Exactly.
But anyways, we're going to fix that problem here sometime pretty soon. But as long as it functions, does not die for us.
Yep. Exactly. We don't want it to die. So,
but yeah.
Yeah, so we'll talk about, buying computers. And I guess the other thing, let's talk about some of the stuff that we did this week. I talked about the protection plan, but Greg, let's kind of kick it to you where, we've been working on this cloud project for a while. And, moving from, basically your office to the cloud, your virtual office, it's not an easy task. There's a lot of changes and there is a lot of things that, the end users are going to have to do differently, and they're going to notice a little bit of change in their workflow. Mostly it's going to be the same, but, for us as the IT guys setting up the environment and moving all this stuff, it's a process, and it's things you don't see on your end, but things that we see.
Yeah,
so
we aim to be those guys that make it so you don't see any of that stuff.
Yeah.
And that you just like continue doing your work as normal. And just to preface the remarks, we have an accountant client, and they have roughly 1,000 clients and 10 users. And so there's about maybe 100 gigs of data that's there. And their computers were all on premise. So like the server was in their office and all that stuff. Problem is that they were outgrowing the servers that they had on-prem. And so we created new servers for them up in the cloud and installed all their applications. But that's really like maybe 15% of the job is to create the environment. But then to move that data, that was like quite a thing. I am probably going to be able to get them to cut over on Monday. But it's been a month.
Well, not all of that was moving data, but
the bulk of it was. I mean, and the thing of it is so mind numbing.
Well,
it's like my brain's going to mush, because it's so routine, but you have to do it consistently. And one of the reasons why I did this is because we want to repeat this. And I wanted to do it myself so that I could write down our procedures so that people that have less qualifications than me can do that data movement for a cheaper price, and hopefully save the customer some money. Mm-hmm. But yeah, I think I'm down to the last 9 gigs to be moved, because like what we really don't want to do is interrupt their workflow. And so all the time that we've been doing this, we have done like the big backup. And then over the last 3 weeks, they've been keeping track of all of the things that they've made changes to. Then I went through all of that. And today I've been working on getting the latest, greatest updates and incorporating that into their cloud service. And so Monday, they'll be coming in and working from the cloud.
Yeah. And, that's one of the things, if you have lots of data and you need that moved, moving it all at once is just not an option.
No. Well, and the thing of it is it's limited by the amount of internet speed that you have upload. And they were supposed to upgrade their internet upload. It did not happen.
Bummer.
Otherwise, it would have probably been done like 2 weeks ago.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
So yeah, maybe a good tip, if you are thinking about going to the cloud and you do have lots of data, yeah, your internet speed is probably a big factor in making things move smoothly and quickly.
Well, even if you like are wanting to do a transition and the transition, like you want that speed to be temporary and say, hey, listen, I need high speed for like about a month while things get moved around. Then I want to go back to what I used to have, because once the stuff is there, then you don't need the performance because all of the cloud servers provide is keyboards and screens, which is really, really small. In fact, you could probably do it on a dial-up modem almost.
Wow.
But like, well, per person.
Yeah, I think we're going to start selling that. Is that what I've heard? Dial-up?
We're going to start selling dial-up?
Is that what I've heard?
No, I don't think so.
Maybe I misheard that,
But my point is that, it's not something that you would necessarily need to pay a whole lot of money for like long-term.
Mm-hmm.
You could have do that short-term need if your ISP will allow you to say, hey, for the next 2 months, I need gig by gig, to do things really quick and get you in the cloud. Anyways, if you are interested in moving your stuff to the cloud and you don't feel like buying servers and having blinking lights in your closet and having to pay all kinds of money to buy said machines and maybe have them go at a date before they're done, give us a holler at Honorbound IT, because we've done this for at least 12 people now, 12 clients that we have that we've moved them to the Microsoft cloud. And we've had like zero problem with anybody that's gone to the Microsoft cloud. It's been very slick, other than garden variety stuff that happens to everybody.
Yeah, they've been doing good, working in the cloud, and so.
And then, you're going to chastise me now about the next one, right?
Well, the people that Greg has been working with, like you said, they're accountants, and we started this project. Hey, we waited I think it was probably the first week after tax season ended, and so he said, hey, you guys actually have a break where we can actually start doing some of the tech upgrades for you. And I tell them what the email said, the autoresponder from the owner.
It essentially said, we're doing a big tech upgrade. Don't expect to see us till Monday.
Yeah.
Yep.
So that's
and like, to be fair, he's out golfing with his partner.
Yeah. But they're taking a break.
They're taking a break.
Yeah. And so, the thumbnail we shared, talking about taking a break and, being this time of year, school's getting out, kids are graduating, they're getting that little bit of break too. And so the accountants, they're getting a little bit of break, and everybody should get a break. Take a break every once in a while. And so Greg definitely needs a break. I mean, I sit here, a lot of this data movement stuff is kind of a solo thing where you're doing it by yourself. I can come and chat with you, but you do all the work yourself. And so.
Yeah. And I felt really bad this morning is because we had a client come in and I'd go, psh, 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 because it's one of those things where it's like sequential. And if you miss your spot, then you have to start all over again.
Yeah. But let's just, take a minute here to talk about, maybe even in our work, not just accountants, but us, just an importance of taking a break, with school, the kids get out of the classroom. They're not sitting there in 8 hours a day. We're not sitting in front of our screens for 8 hours a day.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. You're going to go on vacation, right?
I'm going on vacation.
And what are you going to do with your phone while you're gone?
Well, I'll probably use it to take a lot of pictures, but I will not be answering phone calls.
You will not be answering phone calls. So.
No, most of my family is actually going down there with us. So, my mom's not, but if my mom or my dad calls, I can answer the phone. But for the most part,
but if I call, I'm screwed.
Greg called. He better send me a text if he needs anything, and I might respond. But international data rates are not cheap. So.
No, they are not. No, they're not.
I'll have to get on Wi-Fi, and we'll have to go through Teams or something.
Yeah, no big deal.
But yeah,
it'll be all good.
Yeah, we just want to remind everybody, hey, if you're out there and you're working all the time, take that break, because it gives you a way to step away, kind of refresh, come back with a fresh set of eyes. I mean, every day we clock out, but You need a little bit more than
the
that
thing of it
sometimes.
is like, do you clock out to what? You know, I mean, like a lot of people during the day, like they're using computers all day, every day. 40 hours a week kind of thing is like typical for a lot of our clients. But then you go home and then you get on the computer and then you do your own Facebook and then you get on your phone and all that stuff. You know, there is a point in time where you actually need to take the damn phone, stick it in your upper drawer, turn it off, whatever. You know, make sure that you're having like a specific period of time that you're not sleeping, that you're not affected by any distraction other than the cat jumping up into your lap for a pet.
No, yeah.
You know, you really do need to take those mental breaks. I know that it's been a difficult thing for me. It's been about as hard as getting rid of sticky notes, which took me 2 years. But you know, if you do that, then your mental health is going to be better because you just can't. You know, there's a different mindset when you're in front of a screen, whether that be big or small. And I think there's a period of time where you have to unplug, and that's kind of like, wow, I absolutely love when to go on vacation overseas
Oh, yeah.
because those international data rates are really expensive, right? So you know what my answer to that is? Turn it off.
Turn it off.
Take your phone when you get there and put it in the upper drawer of the desk, and maybe use another device to use Uber so you don't have to drive.
There you go. Good thinking. Yeah. But
Do you have Uber in Mexico?
I'm pretty sure Uber's a national,
Are you gonna
worldwide
drive?
thing.
Or are you gonna? What are you
No, they have they have tourist buses and charters and things
so
like
everything's
that.
like walking distance too.
Most everything is walking distance, and we're not going to stray too far from the resort. But
You best not. I'll worry about you.
yeah, we may go do one excursion, but yeah, most of the stuff that we've looked at, you know, all the stuff they do in these all inclusive resorts are actually pretty interesting. So you know, we want to take advantage of that as much as we can. But a lot of interesting things to see in Mexico.
Yeah,
So
all inclusive, right?
all inclusive.
So you're gonna be laying down a little once in a while.
I might be. I probably will be. I should not sugarcoat this because you know they
Hey,
have.
listen,
also,
you work your butt off all year. You know, you deserve to take some good time off and do whatever you need to do. And,
yeah,
but you, I honestly know that you're going like to spend good quality time with family and just unplug. And I hope that you enjoy yourself.
I do too. I'm looking forward to it.
I'm not. But hey, listen, I had a little taste of it this week.
Yeah. Well, yeah. I had to go. And,
That's by myself for like a day and a half.
no, and I'll be here for the next 3 days, and we'll get the project wrapped up.
Yep.
You know, all the deep work that we've been doing for this last month to get these people help.
It'll all be
out.
wrapped up.
We should get that finished
Otherwise,
up.
I'm locking the door.
Oh,
Like
geez.
you're all beat.
Well, good deal.
But yeah, well, thanks for joining us, and we're gonna actually move on to the weekly tech tip.
yeah, we got a little tech teaser that's coming out next week. So
We'll see you for the meme after that.
Losing data is very expensive. So why aren't you backing up yet? Check out this tech talk about the importance of backing up your data before it's too late.
Alrighty then. So yeah, now we're into the meme of the week, right? And this was yours.
this was mine. So Greg, I don't know if you can see this.
I cannot.
I'll show you on my
I'm not
phone
wearing my
here.
goggles.
But it's got a
What is
guy,
it?
and he's pulling a file cabinet through a slingshot. Can you read that there?
Oh my God.
If you can't read it, it says, "You're pretty new to cloud storage, aren't you?" And he's trying to move file cabinets full of data. Looks like he's
Yeah.
launching it up in the cloud. And
That is me behind the slingshot for the last month.
there was a few times where Greg had accidentally tried to upload too much, I think, and it crashed on him.
Yeah. And I said bad words.
He did. I was sitting right
Yeah.
across from him.
And I
So.
try not to say bad words, but I do.
Oh, that was a good one. Let's go to the cat picture here.
Oh, whose baby is that?
You know, they don't give you the name of the owner, but so we found this website called Cat of the Day. And what you can do, catoftheday.com, you go and you can submit pictures and upload your cat to this website, and maybe you'll get nominated. But this is one of the cat of the day today.
I can do this
May
7 times.
Yeah, it was May 19th, 2023. Cat of the day. I think his name was Gink or Jink. It was with a G.
Gink.
I think they said they were from
It's got
Pittsburgh.
beautiful
but
eyes.
yeah, it's a nice looking cat, and
Little short hair.
we'll thank Cat of the Day for sharing this picture with us. Like Greg said, he's got 7 cats, so
Yep.
and we've been doing this for a little over 2 years, so we're running out of cats.
Well, I just keep forgetting to take more pictures of my cats. And
Yeah, but yeah, that's an interesting website. And like Greg said, he'll be on there. So if you guys want to upload your cats, maybe I'll upload my cats too. Might as well. And if you get a nomination, maybe here and there.
and a
So
dog may be thrown in there once in a while, so like that thinks it's a cat.
I guess
All
you
right.
could.
Well, you know what? We've come to the end of our show, and I'd like to thank you all for joining us. If you stayed around with us this far and dealt with our antics and our first 10 minutes of bloopers, we really do appreciate you hanging out, and we will see you next week.
Peace.
Hey! Did you just hear that?